What's up YouTube? It's Slide Razor, the only YouTube channel that teaches you how to create awesome slides. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Today we're going to be talking about the basics of PowerPoint as a software for beginners. Like the very raw, undiluted basics. That if you learn it, you could actually design a presentation immediately. When I mean immediately, I mean immediately. So hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and also remember to like this video and drop your comments too, because remember, I'm trying to grow a family of faithful subscribers that are going to always be designing wonderful PowerPoints. So let's get into the video. So before we begin, let's remind ourselves of this coronavirus and remember that we need to stay safe within this period, and remember to wash your hands, remember to wear your mask, remember also to practice social distancing, remember to be healthy, okay? Just stay safe, stay at home, and for all those our friends and family members who have already contracted this deadly virus and those that's lost a loved one, our prayers are with you. Okay, we're definitely going to see this coronavirus to the end, and we're all going to come out healthy and alive. Let's get into the video. So today we're going to be talking about the basics of PowerPoint. Now these are things that even if you just downloaded this software, you could actually begin to actually design a PowerPoint or design a presentation immediately. So number one thing to know is, what's the use of this software? The thing is, most people go out there with the notion that a PowerPoint is supposed to be filled with a lot of text, a lot of bullet points, a lot of it should just be generally clunky. So that's wrong. A PowerPoint is supposed to support your speech or your presentation or your entire verbal presentation. I've said it before in my previous videos. For you to create great PowerPoints, or let me use the word, for you to create awesome slide decks, you need to have the understanding that PowerPoint is supposed to be used as a support tool. It's not supposed to be the or the go-to place where people should be reading the presentations, and you that's presenting, you see you end up also reading it to the audience. This is like totally wrong. It's not how we're supposed to do. It's not what's supposed to be happening. So having that basic understanding that PowerPoint is designed to support your presentations is the key. If you have the understanding, then you know that you're not supposed to have a lot of text on your slides. You're not supposed to have a slide filled entirely with bullet points, because people are not going to look at that. No one's going to read that. So have that at the back of your mind. That's number one. Now, heading into PowerPoint as a software, when you get into PowerPoint, you find out that you have this. This is what you see, this particular image, like not actually the image, but this layout. So we find that we have a lot of tabs, from the file to home to insert to design to transitions, animations, slideshow, view, add-ins, okay, help, and Acrobat. In for my PowerPoint, I have add-ins and Acrobat. I don't know if your model of PowerPoint or your version of PowerPoint will be having them, because I have PowerPoint 2019 installed on my system. So we're going to cover each of these tabs, and I'm going to tell you the most important ones, because usually not everyone uses all these tabs. Okay, so let's get right into it. The most important, or the few important tabs you'll be using most of the time as you're working on PowerPoint, is going to be the Home tab, Insert tab, Design tab. Well, you won't be using the Design tab most of the time. It's actually just to maybe change the slide size normally. That's all I use it for. Slideshow, to see your slide in full screen and set up the timings and all this, present online, whatever you need it for. Animations and transitions are for animating. So from Home, Insert, Design, Transitions, Animations, and Slideshow. Those are like the I won't call them the most important, like I said earlier. Like they will be more used frequently, or they'll be used more frequently than others. For the view tab, is more of viewing your slides. For example, this is the normal view, outline view, slide sorter. You won't be using this as a beginner. All you know is it's just going to be in the normal view. Slide master and guides, grid lines and rulers are usually you just to help to place objects on the slide. So let's leave all that. That's why you won't really be coming to this tab. Add-ins, it depends on your version. Like for example, I have Camtasia installed, so that's why I have this add-ins right here for me to quickly record my videos and be able to edit them in Camtasia. Now you have help, Acrobat. I have Acrobat. Yeah, I'm also subscribed to Adobe Acrobat, so that's why this is here, I guess. So that's like a quick run through to all these tabs, but have in mind that as a beginner, complete beginner, you just need the home, insert, design, just to insert, change the slide size and to whatever dimensions you may need. I think that's all. Animating and transitions will come later, but these are the three important tabs you need. So heading into PowerPoint, to start designing, I need you to have three important things in mind. That PowerPoint design is divided just into three. These three things will make your PowerPoint either worth it or not. Okay, there are three. First thing is a customized font, shapes, and images. That's all. That's the basic of PowerPoint. If you can mix these three to any nice design style, you're going to have wonderful designs. If you doubt what I'm saying, look over here. Over here, you're going to see that PowerPoint, if you're using Microsoft PowerPoint 2019, they give you some design ideas. Now, notice the similarities in these design ideas. This slide, I can't click it because if I click it, it's going to replace everything here, which I don't want. But if you see this design idea, you see there's an image. This ash is a shape and a font, text. If you go to the next one, image, shape, font, image and text, image, shape, font, image, shape, font. This is this this is a shape with two gradients. One of the other gradient has been made a bit transparent. That's why it looks like this. The same thing here. This is a shape. The same thing here. The same thing here. That's the basic of PowerPoint. And I'm going to be showing you how to insert those three things. So when you start designing, it can be quite tempting to immediately click this place and start to, my name is Victory. It can be quite tempting to start typing right here or typing right here, which is really not which is wrong. I'll be straightforward about it. It's wrong. I won't advise you to do it because it limits what you can do with your text. So first thing to do when you get to this point is to select everything, click on it, delete, click here, delete, click on this and delete it. So you have a blank space. Now first thing is to come over to this tab, insert. Now if you look at the insert tab, you can see there are many things to look at. We've got new slide, we've got tables, we've got pictures, we've got shapes, icons, we've got charts, we've got smart art, we've got some add-ins. We also have the zoom feature for those of you that are using Microsoft PowerPoint 2019. We've got comments, we've got text box, header, footer, word art, all this stuff. Okay, so what we're going to need to install to insert, is the text box. We're going to need a horizontal text box. This is your go-to for text. Your go-to for all your text, because if it's in this format, you can move the text anywhere. You could place it, you could increase the font, and it stretches automatically. Okay, if it was in the previous box, the text is going to be shrinking in size because it has to stay within that box. Okay, that's why I always advise to use a text box, because it's way better than inserting your text into those already placeholders that have been provided to you by default by PowerPoint. So that's number one. Make sure you have your text boxes inserted to insert all your text, be it the header or the subheader. Make sure you use the text box. So let's just keep it here. Now, secondly, like I said before, you need the shape. To insert your shapes, you go to the insert tab, we go to shapes, it's just right there. So you click on it and insert any shape of your choice. Let's insert a basic circle. Okay, now we can place this circle here like this. Okay, and let's just let's see, what do we do with this? This is your go-to for all your text. Okay, so let me do something. Let me just quickly change it to look nice. Let's do something like this. Let's reduce the font a bit. Okay, something like something like this. Now I'm going to be just doing it quickly just to show you what I'm doing. Text boxes. Okay, I use Corbel to use something stronger. Let's see, what do I do? I have quite a lot of fonts, and for some reason Gotham has been one of the fonts I've been using mostly these days. Okay, so alright, let's just have something like this. Okay, text boxes. This is your go-to for all your text. Now, what do we have? We have a shape, we have custom fonts, okay, and we have next thing is to insert an image. Okay, so I'm just going to do this in two ways. Let me duplicate the slides to show you guys what I mean. So you can either insert the shape into this circle, or you just put the shape somewhere. So we're going to start by inserting the shape to this circle. So one more thing I want you guys to know is, whenever you're inserting a shape and you want to expand it or make it bigger, always expand it from the edges. Like, for example, when you select the shape, it has 6 edges or 6 points. It's wiser to enlarge it from this point, holding shift. Okay, if you want this to keep being a perfect circle, then you have to hold shift and you pull it. That's how to increase the size of the shape. Okay, so now I want to do a little bit of design. I'm going to insert an image into this circle, and I'm going to place it like this. Okay, so I'm going to have to make this circle a bit bigger. So let me show you guys what I mean by that. So something like this. Okay, then just come back. So now it's to just get a nice image talking about writing or text, something of that nature. So quickly I'm going to head on over to Unsplash just to get a quick image. You can use Unsplash, you can use stockphotos.io. There are a lot of images, there are a lot of sites that actually have free stock images. So let's just do something like text. Okay, never mind, I didn't plan to do this, but okay, this is nice. I like this. I didn't plan to do this, but I'm going to use that because right now my brain just, how this happens is like there's this switch that just flips on when I see a nice image. I want to work with it. Okay, so now for this one, let's insert it. So should I insert it into this circle, or yeah, I said I'll do that. Okay, so right click on it, sorry about that, and go to format shape. Where is it? Format shape. Good. Now you go to fill and you go to picture or text fill. Just to add, you can also put a pattern on it. You can put a pattern in the background. There are many patterns. People usually forget that PowerPoint has this feature. Okay, so this is just a quick reminder. You could do whatever, you could play with this as you wish. So but today we're going to be inserting an image. So we'll go to insert from the file. Okay, picture is so nice. Then where is it? go to downloads. Whenever you download an image, it's going to be in the download tab. Okay, so you go to download and click the image. So it's going to install right now. Okay, now we need to remove the outline of this image, or we could actually leave it. So I'm going to show you two variations of that. Excuse me. So to remove the outline, just go back to shape outline and remove it. So you could stop here. Okay, now look at this. This is a very simple yet nice design. We have a nice image in a shape and a font. That's all. That's the basic of PowerPoint. Now there are a lot of ways we could do with it. For example, let me show you something. Coming over to this second one, to this first one, I could decide to the shape outline, instead of removing it, I could increase the weight. Maybe I could make it a 3. Okay, then since it's blue, I could just do something like this. No, I just want this to be blue. Just this. Come on, PowerPoint. I just want this to be in the same blue, which is, I think, is this. Yeah. Or I prefer this. Okay, let's just leave it like this. Text boxes. This is very good for all your text. Make sure you insert your text. Oops. Using a text box. What am I writing? Text box. Text box. Okay. Now let's just reduce the font of this to let's see. Now let's do small. This is 24 and this is 32. Let's make it a bit big. Okay. So this is nice. Okay, now there are many things, there's a lot of things we could still do with this. We could still do a lot of things with this. Okay, we could decide to watch this now. What do we do? What do I want to do with this? Let's see. I want to duplicate this. The ideas just keep coming in. I have to put the control on this. Okay, so you could actually now we've moved the outline. Now you could insert another circle, okay, like this. Okay, insert it like this. Remove the outline. Now this is something I think you should know. Now go to the fill and make it black. Okay, now you could increase the size. I just want it to something like this. I want it to kind of come in. You see where I'm going at the end. Just hold on. Okay, say something like this. Okay, now you can take this text over here, duplicating it by holding control, change the font to white. Okay, make it white. Take this text and place it on top, like on this. Okay, then with this you can format this shape and increase the transparency. Okay, like this. So we bring it into this place. Look at this. This is just like me rushing, okay, because if I wanted to make it nice, I'll have to make it to actually cover the entire bit of the shape, because it's going to be nicer that way. Okay, so it's just showing you the endless possibilities of options. Let's do this like showing you the endless possibilities of design you can accomplish with PowerPoint. Okay, you see, and we can decide to Let's make it like this. Bring it down, bring it up, take it like this, whatever you want to do with it. It's all up to you. Okay, so those are the three methods of working with a shape, a font, and an image. This is nice. Okay, there are a lot of variables. That's just the thing about PowerPoint. For example, okay, we put into the circle. Good. Next slide, we wouldn't use them in a circle. Okay, watch this now. Do something like this. Text boxes. Delete this. I will need this. So I'm just showing you guys the basics. I copied that with Control C, and now I pasted it with Control V. Let's give this back its color. Okay, now you could have something like this. It's just all about design. Okay, good. PowerPoint also gives you those lines to actually help you. So now what can we do? You could insert that same image and you could crop it to fill the entire screen. Okay, I explained how to crop images in my previous video. You could watch it here. So it fills the entire screen. Now what do? You send it to back. Over here you can see the option. Just send it to back. Okay, now basically you can't see it. Okay, you can't see it. What do? We apply the same thing we did in the previous slide. We go over here, we input in the insert tab, we insert the shape, a square this time. We do something like this. Okay, so now we need to send it backwards so we can see our little text there. Okay, now what do? We make all this text white. I'm just showing you the various things you could do with PowerPoint. You could see how you could play with your font as well, making them italics and making some bold. Now our shape, we make it black, and we also apply our transparency on it. Okay. Then we come over to remove the outline of the shape. There we go. Now, so for something like this, let's increase the size. You get where I'm coming from when I'm done. You could place it like this. Okay. Text boxes. Put this endless possibility here, and put this here. Endless possibilities. We could just work with it a little bit, increase it like this. Okay. Then look at it now. This is PowerPoint. This is what I'm talking about. This is beautiful and so quick with less text, because I'm talking about text boxes. Okay, there's a lot of text happening in the background, so you will understand that okay, there's something about design, something about font, something about writing, whatever it is. But you could see text boxes. This is your go-to for your text. Make sure you insert your text in the text box, showing you the endless possibilities of design you can accomplish with PowerPoint. Look, and there we go. A nice slide. Okay, there are also tons of other ways you could do this. That's the why am I stressing? That's the most important thing about PowerPoint, is you can be you. You don't have to do it like this. Look at this. Okay, let me show you another thing. Let's duplicate this slide. Okay, now I'm going to, as usual, keep my text. Let's see, let's make it black this time. Okay, because I need it here. Now you can do something. You could delete this too. .np, insert your image. You just have to know that PowerPoint is yours. Design as you wish. Okay, design as you wish. Flow. Be creative with it. Okay, we could do something like this. There are no rules to designing. That's one thing I would like you guys to know. There are no rules to design. Okay, hold on. Now we have something like this. Okay, I like my headers being really bold so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, text boxes, insert your text here. I just want to use this too. Okay, now something else you could do excuse me, to this, apart from putting a like another small rectangle here, you could do something like this. Let's see, what do we do using the shape? Like I said, it has to be with the shapes, the shapes. You could do something like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, now what I want to do is to put this in here. Alt 4, bring it to front. Okay, something like this. Now we bring it a bit closer. Let's leave it like that. Okay, then we make this shape white. That won't look too good, but let's see. Okay, let's make the big transparent even though it's white. Let's see. Nah, it's not gonna look good. Rather, let's make it black. Oops. Talking of this, make it black. Okay, let's see. And then my text, make it white. Now you could leave it like this. You could decide to take these guys to the end, leave it like this. You could decide to, as you wish. Okay, as you wish. Or you could even, these are just basic things to do. You could do something like this. Hold on, like let me see another way to do this. You could reduce this. Okay, now make this white. Let's see, you could do something like this. I want it to look like it's connecting. You see, it looks like the white is connecting to the shape. That's how we do some of these things. You could do something like this, or you could just put something here. Now instead of making this white, where's my text? Okay, alright, now we'll make it black. Okay, now we reduce the font. I need it to get into the space, so I need it to be in 2 lines. And then I increase my shape a bit. Okay, and I make my shape blue. Then make it white. See how you move from one place to the other. It's just to kind of match with the ES here, the written blue. You could still decide, okay, how about we just make this black. Okay, now that's much better. Dictionary. Okay, so you see there are a lot of ways you could design your boxes. There are a lot of ways you could design your PowerPoints. You could put your images in shapes. You could put your images like that. You could feel. It's all up to you. Okay, that's the basic of PowerPoint. A shape, an image, and custom fonts. That's all you need. That's all you need. Look, I didn't even need to go through any of these big things. For each of your slides, just follow this principle. Use a shape, and there are lots of shapes to use. Remember, your insert tab, you feel free to play with them. Okay, feel free. For example, this one, the parallelogram, you could do something like this. Okay, you could insert this here, change the color to black as well if you want, or something else. Okay, let's just make it blue. Play with the transparency a bit. You see my point? Put the text, put something, just have fun. You get my point? So that's the basic of PowerPoint. This is what you use to make your slides. Just have that in mind, and you're on your way to making wonderful slides and no longer buying templates, because this is how they make the templates. If you take your time and go through each template out there, you find out that it's made up of 3 components: a shape, custom font, and an image. Either the images are inserted into the shapes, or the images are standalone on their own, or like they're on their own and the shape is different. There are many things to do in PowerPoint, so just mix these three up. Okay, now when you're done, the next thing to do is to save. So we head to the file. Now when you go to save, we found out that PowerPoint has a lot of has things like a lot of options for you to save your documents. You could export, you could create a video, a GIF. Wow, I didn't even know that. That's new. I think I'll be doing this now. You could create a GIF. You could export as a PDF. An Adobe, if you have Adobe Suite CSS, you will have this option, and you could create handouts, package for CD if you still use the CD. I don't think anyone does, anyways. So you could print. It's like also saving, or if you have a print attached to your laptop, you could print as well. Then you sort it out right here, choose the kind of printer. Now, one thing I want to point out is if you do use a custom font, if you just save and send it, or you want to present it, most cases you are in a situation where you have to put your presentation to a flash drive, and when you plug it into another person's laptop, you discover that their PowerPoint might not have those fonts you use. Okay, so it's going to end up changing the fonts to whatever default font that PowerPoint of that laptop has. So to prevent this, what you need to do is, before you save, you need to go to options down here. Now you go to save and go to embed. You need to embed the font. It's just like taking a hammer to indent something so that wherever you take it to, it doesn't change. You get my point. So you embed, and you embed all characters. Okay, you press OK. Then we go over to our save file and save, and you select wherever you want to save this in. I'll just save it in documents. Okay, then now there's another part you need to pay attention to. You have the types of files to save them as. You could decide to save it as a regular PowerPoint, macro enabled, PowerPoint, depending if the system you're about to use to present has an older version of PowerPoint. I would recommend you save it in this format, or PDF on XPS, or you could head on over to save them as an MPEG for video, or as a JPEG or PNG, or whatever need scalable vector formats. Wow, that is good. You could actually save it in this form or whatever form you need. So don't just think that it's just like when you click save you have this option. You could choose to save it in any other format you feel. Okay, wait, how many are there now? Then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 29 possible formats in which you could save your PowerPoint. And you could also put your name here. Like my name is Victory, so that's Mr. Victory down there, and you can add tags if you feel like. So then here you have the option of changing the name to text boxes. Okay, text boxes, and click save. Then over here is going to change to text boxes. Just give my PowerPoint a break. I need some milk. I just created just 5 slides. No animations. And why are you doing like this? What's all this? Okay, good. So you have your name up here, text boxes, whatever name you choose to save it as. Okay, so there we go. Now there's also some other things you could do with this particular slide. You know, it's just all about your creativity. So just one more thing to do. Let me just like a bonus. This is like a bonus section. So over here we could insert some shapes. I use shortcuts a lot, so I don't have to click shape outline. So pardon me for being too fast at times. So you could do something like this. Hold your shift to rotate it. You know, you could do something like this. You could do something like this. Just adding some images, some what's it called? Some little designing here and there, just to look like, just to make it look different. It doesn't just have to be a blank image like that. You could use shapes. Oh, one more thing. Hold on. Let me just send this backward behind there. Okay, there we go. Then it just looks like there's some white stripes in it. You get my point, okay? And you could also do something like this. Hold on, let me see how that looks. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You could also, hey, oh, okay, you have to make sure that it's okay. So we can actually make it straight lines if you feel like. So you could make it like this. You could just do something like this. And then delete this, guys. It usually works better with some custom shapes, okay? And that brings me to one more thing I would like to talk about. So one more thing I'd like to talk about. I need a new slide, okay? Let's go back to this page now. This is still part of the bonus, okay? So those of you that stay till the end for the bonus section, this is for you. So when you have a shape like this, you have the option of actually bending this shape to your will, like you're the potter. So PowerPoint is your clay. So mold. So if I want to change the shape of this, make this my custom circle, I could edit the points. You see? So how about we do something like this? We could do something like this. You see? We have our own custom shape that we could actually duplicate. We could send this to back or 3. Do something like this to give it a shadow effect. Make the color black, increase the transparency a bit, or JDSON, move the outline. Then here we could insert an image into this place, and there we go. You are free to do what you want with PowerPoint as a beginner. If you could do this as a beginner, you are on your way to creating beautiful slides. So next time I'm going to be showing videos about more custom shapes, excuse me, more fonts. So be sure to comment on the favorite part of the video that you liked. Be sure to write which parts you like to learn. Be sure to also include in your comment sections what other suggestions we could give to help beginners as well that are starting in PowerPoint, other than those I've listed here, because this is something I just came up with quickly, because this is actually the basic of PowerPoint. Any designer will tell you the same thing, okay? So be sure to subscribe once more, hit the notification button, give this video a like, share it with your friend or anyone that needs to do a presentation, and that's all for today. Don't forget,